Hello, welcome to another day where we are going to look at CSS, and this is 18th day, 100 days of challenge coding web development. You're with me, Remy, and we're going to look at plot today, how we can make things plot on the left and the right. Good. Plot is very key to make sure that things can be moved different sides of the page, but also it allows the things to be set in a way you wish or you want. It's very necessary to know and to use this particular feature. And let's go to code that we can actually does. Okay. So if you remember, we are continuing as the day number 18th. We're using the previous code of day 17. So what I will do here, I'll go to the code here. I'll say that I'll revert to the Explorer. Why I'm doing that is because I want to duplicate. I have that, which I will change to 18. Good. Because we need to save time. The time is everything we have. Very well. Oh. All right, good. So on day 18, what we're going to do here, we're going to deal with plotting. If you remember when I was creating this, I created something here, which right, and I didn't put anything into. Let's put some data, some content data. Okay. So let's say I will have the list here, simple. Well, this list will be having. We'll have the new users and we have it's new users. They need L, which is um, all right. So we have the new users and John, Jackson, Janet, and Planet. We want these users to be on the right side. There's few things that we need to know. When we tell an element to float right or left, we are telling it to move to another side. So that means we need to be sure where exactly is the right or left. So I will create my light class. Yeah. And I'll say float and I put right. But now, if you see, I'm putting this to right, but if one of the things that you need to take, where should it float exactly, on which exactly part? But also how that is going to happen. What exactly that because some other things has to be as clear as possible, especially with the things like fraud and the like. Right. So one of the things that we're going to see here, we need to specify that whoever is here, which is the middle, has to be, we have middle anywhere here. Hmm. Yep. So because one part is floating on the left, now the other part is able to float right, and that gives the chance for the two share the excess space. But when the space is gone, it goes back, goes below. But as you can see, it's still on the right, regardless. This is on the other side of the part. And if I do this, look at what I'm show you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. It's floating, but is not taking a space. Why? Because the others, they are not giving the space. So it's necessary to remember that and to make sure that you create the space that you want, or you create the environment that you want, or three things to share the space accordingly. So this means that if I will not specify that, then the float will not be experienced, but the element will be pushed to the right. But when I create the environment that can allow the sharing of space, now you can see that it shares this part within that. But also, but if I want to put to be on top here, I can even do that and make sure that instead of sharing only from where it starts, I can push it to start at the level wherever I want. Now there is an interesting observation. Hmm. Hmm. Like if paragraph welcome. If you see what is going on now, the div welcome is not a child of right protein, but now it's being affected. Why? Because first of all, this div, which is in the middle, is floating left. So whatever is coming in is being treated, is being responding to the floating behavior, which is not, is good or is not good. It depends with what you mean by good or not. But the main part is you are going to be floating things that you want, but not things that, not because things they want to float. No. Things has to float based on the standard. Now the thing are no longer floating, they are doing things that they are not supposed to do. They are coming where they are not supposed to be, and it's no good. And if I don't, I remove this, I remain with H. Mhm. And because I have floated the whole thing on the left, still this is being affected, which is not good. This is not good because you don't need that. You need to be able to control your things accordingly, and we tell exactly what, where, and how it should go. To solve that, then we need to use or create another class, which mostly is called clear, but you can have any name because it doesn't matter the name. It really depends on your decision. Remember, this can be any language. So if it was in Swahili, ningesema osha. I could write osha, same thing as clear. At the end of the day, but I can't write inside now. Declaration is supposed to be exactly in the CSS language. So the CSS language here, they will need me to specify that I'm saying about clear, and I would use both. When you use both, means that you are talking about left and right. They are all resetted. So this, whatever item which will be having this as a class, will not be affected by these plotting left and right and the like. So I'll come back here and I'll say, okay, I will need to do simple div dot clear, which supposed to clean. Did I say clear or clean? Osha. Osha. And that will supposed to remove all the plotting on the left and the right and allow whatever I'm putting below that to be having to not be affected by the plotting. This is a very, very, very necessary. And the another part that we need to look at is overflow. Overflow is one of the great property that we should be also using, because it allows your element when the boxes fill, what should be done. When the box is full, what should be done? Should it create a scroll? Should it hide, or should it go out? Because if the things are filling the space, then mostly this thing can go outside the box, and it looks for very, very, very bad. But when you have overflow, you are specifying that no, when things are full, I want them to maybe scrolling and the like. And that we can do that quickly by changing one of the div here, and we give it cross minimum. Hmm. Logo. That's all right. So if I remove the overflow and I return here, you can see I will a little bit maximize this. Let me go to 300. that it can't feel that. Let's say, I think the best way is to show that. Let me keep the small size. Let the small size make more sense. And okay, so we have this layout here, which is having this particular text outside. But because I can't, it doesn't look good this way, I can now set it to have overflow and say what the overflow should do. Exactly. So overflow will act according to what I will say. So if I say overflow, whenever there is overflow, do either hide, scroll, whatsoever. Mostly there are three: auto, hidden, or scroll. When you say scroll, mean that it creates a possibility to scroll around the text and to see the whole text. And when you say hidden, then the other part of the text will not be shown. You can say, if we say auto, then it will do automatic scrolling whenever it's necessary, which is, it makes now your layout so nice and so good, and it makes it to be friendly and easy to for the user. Apart from, because the scroll here is different from when things are going outside the border. It feels like why issue. All right. So it's depending now with what you want to make and how it should look, but you have these kind of things that will help your page, help your site to look exactly what you want it to look like. All right. Okay, I think we are on a good time. And that means you can float, you can clear both, you can put overflow. At the end of the day, you can do as much as you want as long as that you know what you want to do. Uh, hmm. If we want to try that, also we can do, let's say, let me show you this. Okay, and if I do again this. So if I could do this, if this class was not having overflow, this could not fit inside there. Why? Because it have the same size. So you can't fit the same size within the same size because 400 is fixed. So it should, if I remove this, see it's coming out. Let's say now I put even margin. Let's say margin 20. So now it goes out because it can't fit. It's taking specific 400. Now you want another 400 inside 400, which cannot work. But because now we can do that by you adding overflow and we say auto, then we can fit the box within the box and it will still look easier, friendly, because I can be able to overflow, scroll around and the like. So this, I think if you like what we have been doing so far, I'm sure you have some few comments, few questions, you whatever you are thinking to share with us, please feel free, leave your comment, but remember to subscribe and share. Talk to other friend of your friends or their friends that we are doing the challenge and join us. We can do it together as we are learning how to code together. Until next time.